Hello everybody and welcome back to Tree of Tranquility. We are on the very last day of summer. I was gonna record a video on the 24th, thinking that the Firefly Festival was gonna be any different than it is any old year, but that was not the case, so I went ahead and I skipped to my birthday. I should get a little mini cutscene with Chase if I enter the house after 6 o'clock at night. So I figured we would catch that, go to bed early, and I cheated. I skipped ahead without saving, and our baby is indeed going to be born tomorrow on the first day of fall. So I want to include that in the video as well, because aside from that, I have very few updates. The first thing is that I now have the cat living with me, as you can see. Oh, and I can take it for a walk, pet it if you want to take it outside, otherwise it will just live at home with you. But I want it to stay indoors. It's gonna be an indoor kitty. And I named it Mittens. I just basically did what I always do. I went through all the default names and I picked Mittens because it's kind of a stereotypical nice name for a cat. And I also like that the cat matches our decor. It's quite nice. It kind of blends in. So if we go to the friendship category here, you'll see that the cat has 6 hearts and it requires 6 hearts in order to come and live with you. So we finally got that done. I feel like I was at that forever. So I go ahead and let out the animals. I'm gonna check on the silkworms before I forget. I think I forgot to check on them the other day. I wandered off and got carried away. The problem with the silkworms, honestly, is that if I don't deal with them first thing in the morning, generally I have the same routine. I'll ring the bell and let the animals out, and then I'll go and check on the silkworms. But if I don't do that and I do something else instead, I usually completely forget about them and I feel really bad. Mind you, they haven't been sick, they haven't been unhappy with me, I really haven't seen any sort of consequences or anything, but I do know I think there was one day I forgot to feed them and I was not happy about that. That's why I try to put food next to them just in case I forget to feed them, then they have some backup food to eat. Looks like I got a couple of cocoons, so I can make that into some thread. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that in this video or if I'm going to do that later. I guess it really depends on how much time I have to kill to get to 6 p.m. to see my little birthday event. Because the birthday event only really occurs after you have a spouse. The townspeople, the villagers, will all wish you happy birthday, but nothing really happens aside from that. So it'll be nice to see a little cutscene, I think. You'll also notice in my rucksack that I have the rattle. This is just something I picked up from the general store. It was one of the items I was missing, and I figured since our baby is going to be here very soon, that could come in handy somehow, I hope. Come over here to see the rest of the animals. For some reason, wow, I walked right by the horse. I was gonna say, I didn't see our horse. Did it go missing? I hope not, but no. I just completely overlooked it. As you can see, the horse is now fully grown, and so I will demonstrate in a few moments what riding the horse looks like after I take care of the cow and the goat. We now have 2 options for what animal we'd like to use to get around. We can use the ostrich, but we can also use the horse. And both animals will use the same saddle, which is nice. You don't have to buy 2 separate saddles. So we'll go ahead and get on top of the horse here, and I'll show you guys what this looks like. So this is the horse's running speed. It's a little bulky. I mean, you do move a little bit faster than if you were to use your feet, but it honestly doesn't feel much faster. It almost feels like just running on your own really wouldn't take that long because the horse's speed isn't all that much faster. I could be wrong, but that's just how it feels. Whereas when you ride the ostrich really feels like it moves very, very quickly. Now granted, I think a horse is a bigger animal. For some reason, the ostrich seems like it has longer legs and is more lightweight, and that would make it move faster. I don't know. But in either case, the horse is definitely the sort of slower and the bulkier of the two animals. And another thing to remember with the horse as well is that there's no way for you to get any sort of profit off of it. Now, with the ostrich, you'll get eggs from it. Every couple of days, mind you. It's not an everyday thing like a chicken. But you can still sort of use that to your advantage to cover the cost of what the ostrich was. So if we take the ostrich out now for a spin, you'll see just how much faster that is. The ostrich moves way, way, way quicker. So if you're in this situation and you're looking to get around a little bit quicker than usual, if you can afford it, I would definitely recommend the ostrich. I think the horse is about half the cost of an ostrich. They are quite pricey. They are the most expensive animals in the game. But again, the added benefits of the ostrich is that they are much faster and they do lay eggs, so you will get a little bit of money from that as well. Just my personal opinion, I still think it's nice to have one of each animal on the farm. So we'll just stick with what we have here. I'm not gonna go ahead and sell the horse or anything like that because it's not as useful as the ostrich. There. Because it's still kind of cute, and I like that the field looks nice and full with all these really, really nice animals on it. Now, aside from that, I don't really have a lot of updates for you all. The couple of recipes that I'm missing in the cooking book is recipes that I need fish for, and the couple of fish that I need can only be caught in the fall and the winter time. Now, there may be some other ones that I'm just not thinking off the top of my head that don't require fish, but for the most part, I've had to just abandon cooking altogether in terms of completion, just because there is nothing that I can cook at this moment. There's no way for me to buy these fish. I just have to wait for the next season to roll around and hope that I can fish for them. The two fish I'm missing are sardines, which I need for 2 separate recipes, and I also need salmon, I think, for 2, maybe even 3 recipes. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for at the moment. I've also got these clams. I really need to put these in the fridge because clams are also required for some of the recipes that I'm missing currently. I haven't done a lot of fishing just because I haven't really needed to. A lot of the fishing that I was doing was in order to give the cat some gifts once I ran out of breadfruit, but because the cat now lives with me and it's my pet, I no longer need to do that either. And as I showed off in one of the previous videos, I've actually done a pretty nice job of filling out my fishing list. I was very pleasantly surprised with myself. I thought I would have been missing a lot more fish than I was, but for the most part, the only fish I'm missing are special kinds of fish. Fish that can only be caught in certain weather conditions or certain times of day, things like that. The really, really exceptionally rare types of fish seem to be the only ones that I'm really missing at this point in time. And so I haven't been too worried about that either. Obviously, money is not an issue. I don't need to go mining or anything like that to get any more money, because at this point there's just nothing for me to spend it on. So that's really all I wanted to sort of update on. So I guess just to pass some more time, we'll clean up this field a little bit. I've been trying to keep the 2 fields as clean as I can. Mind you, I haven't been using them, but it's still just a little something to do to pass the time, and, you know, I don't want to look like a slob in front of my neighbors. So I do kind of keep the maintenance on this. Not every day, mind you. I'm not gonna take care of each weed as they pop up, but every couple of days when I start noticing things popping up, I will go ahead and look after them. In the orchard especially, it's important because I do not believe that fruit can drop off the trees unless you have some room around them in order for the fruits to drop down. I could be wrong about that, but in any case, I do try to sort of keep this area nice and clean and nice and manicured if possible. And I still really like the way that this looks. I still think that this looks really nice. The only thing we're getting in summer are oranges. And again, there's really nothing I can do with oranges at this particular moment. Chase loves oranges, and they were very useful when I was trying to raise his heart level. And you can make all sorts of cool stuff with it, but I usually just sell the oranges that I get. So everything is good on the farm, and we're entering into the fall season now, so of course we're going to have a whole bunch of new stuff, including a new baby, which I'm pretty excited about. So if you enter your house after 6 o'clock, your spouse will have prepared a little surprise for you for your birthday. And Chase really went all out. It looks like he's got lobster. It looked like he maybe had some oysters. He made us a cake. It's all shining, so it must mean he used top quality ingredients. That was really a nice thing for him to do for us. But it's a very, very, very short-lived cutscene. He's not even here. The cutscene doesn't even bother to like load him back into the house afterwards. It's like he cooked the meal and then just ran off and disappeared. So with that being said and done, let's go to bed and let's hope that our baby's gonna be born tomorrow. Is it time? Let's go to the clinic. It seems like it's that time. Be strong, I'm here for you. Aw. Hey, you're in the way. Please wait outside. Whoa, that's kind of mean. Can't a man be here for the birth of his baby? I guess not. Not in Irene's clinic, anyways. And just like that, I popped out a baby. You did a great job. Our baby is very healthy. And what kind of baby are we having? Are we having a boy or a girl? We are having a girl. Aww. You did a great job. Have you thought of a name for our child? Nope, I absolutely have not. I thought about names, but I just couldn't think of any good one that I wanted to choose. So we'll just go through the defaults here and we'll see if there's any that I like. Wow, they only give you 5 default names? That seems really lazy. They give you way more when you go to name an animal. So that's really hard because I don't really know what I want to name this baby. I don't have any particular names that mean anything to me or any particular names that I'm particularly fond of. I usually just go the video game route and name stuff after video games if I'm stuck. So, why don't we name our baby Zelda? I like it. Welcome to the world, Zelda. I've ordered a crib to be delivered. This is a baby gift from everyone. Oh, why thank you. Have a safe trip home. Make sure you don't overwork yourself. You've got a child to worry about now. Yay! Don't drop the baby, Chase, I swear to God. The baby looks like an angel now, but once it starts crying, we've got to do our best. I'm sure we'll be great parents. So that's that, and it looks like the baby is going to be in a crib here, which I guess explains why when I was decorating they don't let you put anything here. That makes sense. So yeah, we got a baby really close to where we sleep, which is nice. We can hear it if it cries and we can look after it. And I'm sure Chase is just thrilled. Thank you so much, you were amazing. I wish I could have done more to help. Oh, well, I mean, you took me to the clinic and he took me home, and it was a team effort. You put the ingredients into the oven and I baked it, and by bake in an oven, I mean I had the baby, so yeah, all's well that ends well. I don't think I'm able to use this rattle yet. I guess I could try it out. Maybe I can use it when the baby is awake, but it doesn't look like I can actually interact with the baby in any way at this moment. I haven't done any testing or any research or anything like that into your interactivities that you can make with the baby, but again, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Like other NPCs, it may sort of stir and wake up and be interactable sort of later on. So we're going to do some testing with that, and we're going to see if anything comes of that at all. I also find it interesting that my birthday is a day before my baby's, and our wedding anniversary is a month from now. So my baby's birthday is on the 1st of fall, and my wedding anniversary is on the 1st of winter. So I have a lot of very, very easy dates to remember in terms of birthdays and anniversaries, which is great. And of course, we've got a couple festivals this month, but nothing that I think we're going to end up going to. I cleaned out the art festival, I think last year, and the Harvest Festival also doesn't really have much for us from what I remember. So I'm just going to play it by ear. I'm just going to keep going, and once I find something else to update everybody on, then I will let you all know. There. So we've got a nice household now. It's not just me and Chase. We've got the baby and we've got the cat, so things are shaping up quite nicely. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.